session today, we are going to be having our accounting partners talk to us and give us a brief about what they can do to support the founders. So without taking too much time, we have Chukwuemeka from Jefferson with us already. So in a bit now, he will take the floor to tell us how Jefferson is going to be working with the Founder Institute and the founders to help support them on the journey at Founder Institute and beyond, and also to sort of give them a brief about the services of Jefferson and how he can collaborate with the founders to help them build, especially on the accounting and bookkeeping part. We know how important this is to every business, your inflow, your outflow, how to manage your books and all of that. So please, it's a good time to ask all of the questions you have regarding that aspect. So Chukwuemeka, the floor is yours, and the founders are eagerly waiting to learn from you and to work with your team. Thank you. Hi, Emeka. Hello? Emeka, can you hear us? I see you on the call already, but I need to know if you can hear us. Okay, I'm not sure. Please, can you unmute Emeka? Just, we need to be sure he can hear us. He's on the call already.
Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Hello?
Yes,
You
Emeka, we can hear you. Please go ahead. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening.
You rightly introduced yourself. My name is Chukwuemeka Onwemena from Jefferson and Associates. Basically, Jefferson and Associates is a consulting firm of multidisciplinary professionals of over 100 years of experience combined together. And then basically what we do, we help our clients in areas of project implementation, personnel management, statutory, financial audits, and then computer and business management services and legal services, as the case may be. These are just part of few of the things that Jefferson and Associates Consulting Limited render to their clients or their clients. So basically, the company became a limited liability company sometime in April 29, 2013, after over 5 years of running a business name. So that's that about Jefferson and Associates Consulting Limited. And then in your intro, you were asking of what we can offer the founders. Yes, as partner to founders, we can we offer services ranging from accounting, which entails the bookkeeping services, and then internal control and audit services, tax advisory services, and business advisory services. Now, let me break them down a little. Now, for the accounting services, we are looking at a situation whereby let's assume founders have no in-house accountants, and then of course, as an organization, you need to have a book, or you need to have a book of accounts of which we use to give render your render your account of your activities for the year when it comes to tax and audit purposes. So if you don't have an in-house accountant that can prepare your books and keep your records, of course, Jefferson and Associates will offer such services. You will be able to draw up a trial balance and also prepare financial statements for the organization. Those are part of services that we offer. And then the statement of financial position of the organization, which is drawing up of the balance sheet, the normal profit and loss, and then the statement of source of application of funds, which we call the cash flow. That is where the cash is coming from, how it is being utilized, what is gotten out of it, and the assets of the company, and of course the liabilities of the company. All these are part of what we can offer our clients. Now, in the bookkeeping, like I mentioned earlier in the accounting services, we have the bookkeeping services where we talk about your source documents, extracting of information, posting them to the general ledgers and journals, maintaining an accurate cash book, assets and liability register, and then of course your internal control and audit, where we try as much as possible to advise the company on how to keep an effective internal control mechanism whereby the company can keep in check of its inflow and outflow. So, having said that, in the audit as per se, which is statutory, the audit is statutory in the sense that for every registered company in the country or in Nigeria, they are mandated by law to uh, to have an audited financial account for the year of activity, which is basically 12 months period, which is a year. So this is done at the end of every 12 months. So let's say for 2020 now, activities of 2020 from January to December 2020 what will be taken stock of, and then a proper audit and a financial statement will be drawn, of which will be used to make and file annual returns to the relevant tax authorities. Now, when we talk about they will also offer services such as special investigation, whereby maybe the management discovered, or by some means there's a fraud in the organization. Yes, Jefferson and Associates can come in for what we call a forensic audit, whereby we try to look at the books and try to look at the activities that went on within the organization and come up with a solution which as regards to such. And we have some cases whereby it may be either carried out by the staff of the organization or even a third party like the banks, where we have common occurrences like bank charges, where the bank charge the customer excessively beyond what they are supposed to charge. All these we can actually make a reconciliation and then make sure that our client is not at the losing end. And then for the tax advisory services, basically, like I mentioned earlier, for audit purpose, the relevant tax authorities we have in the country, we have the Federal Inland Revenue Services, which is the FIROS for short. These are the people responsible for remitting filing of annual returns of every limited liability company in the country. So you file your annual after the audit, the audited accounting account. It will be taken to the Federal Inland Revenue Services, and of course, in that process, all liabilities that are accrued to the company in terms of the basic tax, which is due to the government, all this will be remitted to the government, to the inland authority, which is for the federal government responsible for collecting their taxes. And also we have the state tax authorities, depending on the state where the company resides or is situated. Like here in Lagos now, we have the LIRS, which is the Lagos Internal Revenue Services. They have their own remittance that goes to them, and remittance like payee, which is a pay as you earn for staff of an organization. The taxes that are paid, on behalf of the staff of this organization, they go directly to the state's uh, internal revenue tax authority. That's the basic tax that amongst all the relevant taxes that government charges. That's one of the tax that the federal government relinquished to the various state government. So the payee as it stands goes to the relevant internal revenue services of the state where the company operates from. So basically, these are services and that we Jefferson and Associates offer our clients, and of course, to the best of our ability and also to the satisfaction of our clients in total. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Emeka, for that delivery. I have a question in the chat box for you. I'm a founder living in Kenya. Are you able to remotely handle my accounting service needs?
You say what?
I am a founder in Kenya. Are you able to remotely handle my accounting service needs?
Here in Nigeria.
The person is in Kenya, is a founder, and he or she is part of this cohort. And the person wants to know if you can remotely handle his or her account services from Nigeria, but the person is based in Kenya.
The person is based in Kenya. Is the activity relating to the person, is it solely here in Nigeria or it's being carried out in Kenya?
Okay, so let's assume a scenario that is solely carried out in Kenya. How would you be able to address that service? And if the activity is within Kenya and Nigeria, that's another case scenario that you might want to address both. So just in case we have people that actually even need, or are founders or need to actually establish their businesses outside Nigeria, how can you support them?
Okay. In every country, there are relevant laws and governing the accounting practices. So, and of course, there is a general law guiding the entire accounting services, which is the international being handled by the international accounting standards, which we call IFRS, International Financial Reporting Standards. So those standards are except in Kenya, they are not IFRS compliant. If they are IFRS compliant, which I believe they are, the modus operandi of managing the accounts, they are almost like the same with what we have here. The only basic thing is the respective laws of the countries where the business operates from. Like in Nigeria here, we have the Company and Allied Matters Act, which governs business activities and operation in Nigeria. So you cannot prepare your accounts outside the statutory requirements and laws of CAMA. So that of Kenya too, they should have their own statutory laws regarding preparation of accounting, preparation of account for companies. So marrying those two together, of course, we can handle such. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Emeka, for that feedback. Please, if you have questions for Emeka, kindly raise your hand or feel free to drop the questions in the chat box. But Emeka, before we have additional questions in the chat box or any other person raises his or her hand, I would like to ask a question that, considering the fact that most of the people on this call are like, they are startups, they are founders, and when people are just starting organizations or businesses or growing a company, as it were,
Yeah.
times they are bootstrapping, and you might not be able to actually bring on board all of the resources you need at the immediate in terms of human resources or human capacity. So for a startup, you suggest or advise that at the immediate, they onboard financial team, like a full financial team that can do all of this for them, or they can leverage a partner like yours till they grow their organization and they can actually afford to bring in more resources or human resources and have a permanent, maybe accountant in-house. How would you advise that at this stage they handle that for their business?
Okay, if I get you correctly, if the organization is a small organization,
Yeah, that's
but
just, yeah.
they're just starting, but they want to go into big activities. Is that what you mean?
Yes. How should
Okay.
they handle their finance team to start? Should they at the immediate get everybody onboarded that they need to handle that aspect, or as they grow, or they can leverage a partner to actually do and keep their books for them? And as they begin to grow, they can now start to hire people to look at that internally as permanent staff. What do
Yes,
you
like
and
yes, like
applicable?
I mentioned earlier in my presentation, that's part of the services we offer to our clients, accounting services, where the client is short of the relevant staff to fill various vacant positions, or are not yet that big to expand to that extent, where because of their financial challenge, like you rightly mentioned. So, of course, Jefferson and Associates can, to a large extent, offer some basic services like the accounting services, and of course, also offering advice, whereby business advice, which can help the organization in making quick rate of return in their business. And of course, um, I hope I answered you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Then Kenya or any other African country.
You say what?
Do you have license to operate in Kenya or any other African countries, neighboring countries?
Okay, yeah. Basically, Jefferson and Associate Consulting Limited is a wholly Nigerian firm, but we are not a firm that cannot liaise or work outside the confines of our country, which is Nigeria. So definitely, if we have, like I rightly mentioned in my introduction, we have reputable consultants who, over the years, from various fields like the banking, the accounting, the legal sectors, all coming together, who have over 100 years of experience to put together. So, um, having not having a branch or not having a chapter per se outside Nigeria is no limit to our work within and outside Nigeria. So wherever it is, be it Kenya or even outside the shores of Africa, we are definitely going to deliver our clients' needs.
All right, thank you. I think that answers the question perfectly. Um, Please, if you have more questions for Emeka, kindly raise your hand or drop it in the chat box. All right, Emeka, I do not see more questions in the chat box, but I would just like to ask you if you have final words for the founders. What things they need to look out for as they build their business, knowing the fact that most of them are just starting out their businesses and trying to scale as well. So from experience, what would you advise that they look out for now as they build their business in terms of bookkeeping, in terms of finance and all of that? Just like a final word to them and pitfalls they should avoid.
Okay. Yeah. Basically, as a founder who is who wants to grow his business to that point where he or she wants the business to be. Basically, the right things to do in business is excuse me. Basically, the right things in business to do is to know your onion. You know your markets. You do your business and environmental analysis. You also do your SWOT tests. You know your strengths, your weakness, your opportunities, and your threats. And of course, you go for the kill. So um, you don't shoot beyond what you can because you want to expand overnight. But it doesn't say you should not um, it doesn't say you should not aim big. You aim big, that is where you have an opportunity. And you look at your strength, how to get that opportunity. And of course, your weakness, you know your weakness and the threats that is surrounding you. So if you have all this together and then you have the right partners to like financial advisors or consultants, just like Jefferson and Associates, to always guide you, you can never go wrong. So do your environmental scanning very well as a business grower. Know your SWOT analysis very well, and of course, having an effective and a reputable consulting firm just like ours. The sky is the starting point. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emeka. But before you step out, I have a final question for you in the chat box.
Okay.
Person says he's related to founders who may be operating in different markets. How do you handle the accounting services in this context, especially given different regulatory environments, as well as different financial reporting requirements?
Now, if the founder is operating in different market environments,
Yes,
is that the question?
yes,
Okay, if the founder is operating in market environment, yes, the market environment or the place of business or the country where the business is resident is no issue. Like I mentioned earlier, um, businesses all over the world are governed by laws of various countries, and of course, the account as it is equally governed by principles or standards, which we have a uniform standard called the International Financial Reporting Standard, which applies to all countries that has adopted the IFRS standards. And of course, the IFRS also take cognizance of the various laws in these countries. So the laws and the IFRS will not come in conflict. The IFRS and the laws are a guide on how business are to be done in various countries. And of course, the IFRS, which is the standard, is a basic standard and requirement of how accounting should be prepared, irrespective of the country, wherever the business is. So even if I'm in Kenya, I'm in Los Angeles, or I'm in France, by the time I present my account statement, even without me doing business in Nigeria, a Nigerian picking up my accounts, my statement of account, will be able to understand my activities, because it is straightforward. You know my revenue, you know my assets, you knows my liability, he knows if he can invest in me or not, if investing in me will bring a good deed or will bring a bad deed. So that's the basic advantage of IFRS, and of course the basic laws that guide each country. So whether you operate in a different business environment, it doesn't matter. What matters is operate within the ambit of the law, and of course the guiding principles of the International Financial Reporting Standard, which will be used in applying and, of course, auditing and writing up financial statements for the organization. So there is nothing to worry about whether you have one, two, three, four, five different businesses or you operate in different markets. So long as you are within the ambit of the law guiding that business in your country, and of course the IFRS principles marrying together with those laws, you can never go wrong. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Emeka. But the person actually put some perspective to it, saying multiple markets. So multiple market, maybe for instance, you're playing in oil and gas, you're playing in e-commerce, banking, or things like that. So maybe multiple markets. You might just want to speak to it, maybe in 1 minute, wrap up.
Multiple market, but under one umbrella, just like a conglomerate. Is that what?
Some
Is that?
that, yeah.
Just like a conglomerate, but one name under multiple markets, like
Exactly.
oil and gas, the finance and the likes. Yes, this is the same thing. It's equally it applies across all boards. Um, Financial reports for oil and gas is not the same as financial reports for um, banking or financial report for normal trading business. But we have what we call a group account, being that the organization is a holding company of all these various business elements. There is what we call group account in accounting, whereby all your businesses, wherever market they lie, the accounts are done for each of them, and then the figures and everything, they are all fused into one, whereby you are preparing just one financial statement in the name of the group, which is the parent company to individual those individual companies in various markets. So by the time a company A, holding A brings you extract the financial activities from holding A, from holding B, and holding C, just like that. You marry all into the parent company, which is the number one holding the entire conglomerate, and of course you do what we call a group account for all of them, presenting just one financial report in the name of the holding company. So there is no problem at all with that.
All right. Thank you so much, Emeka. We appreciate your time this evening, and thank you for those insightful contributions and clarification. It's been great having you. So please, before you step out, I'm sure the founders would like to engage more with you right after the session. You can kindly drop your contact details for further engagement, your email addresses, website, phone numbers, just any avenue where the founders can reach you. Thank you so much. And
okay. So should I drop it now or?
Yeah. Please feel free to drop it in the chat box before you step out. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. I will do that.
You can pick it easily from the chat box.
All right, I will do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate.
All
right, thank you. So we move right on to the next partner. We have Afolabi on the call already. Afolabi is from Prof Torch, and he's also an accounting partner, and he will share with us the brief and profile of Prof Torch, what they do, and how they can actually support and help the founders as they build their businesses. So Afolabi, you're welcome on the call. The floor is yours. Hi, Afolabi, can you hear us?
Thank you very much, Bola.
All right.
Thanks for having me this evening.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, Afolabi. Please go ahead.
Yes, I can hear you. Thanks. Yeah, thank
yes,
you.
We can hear you, so please go ahead. Yes.
All right. My name is Afolabi Akimbo. I'm a qualified accountant. I've been into this consulting for a while now.
Yeah, Afolabi, kindly increase the volume from your side so we can hear you clearly. And it seems your connectivity is not so stable, maybe. Yeah. So Afolabi, you might want to put off your video.
Yeah.
So that can strengthen your bandwidth and we can hear you better. We are struggling to hear you. Hi, Afolabi. If you can hear me, you might want to put off your video so your network is a bit more stable and we can hear you better. Hello, Afolabi. Okay, I think he dropped. Let's just give him a minute to reconnect and join us back. Okay, I see Afolabi is back on the call. Afolabi, welcome back.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello.
Please go ahead.
Right. Sorry for the breaking. Is the network? Yeah. Like I was saying, my name is Afolabi Kimbo. I'm the managing partner of Prof Touch Consulting. Hello. All right. So
We can
like I
hear you,
said,
but you can
we
increase the
render
volume from your side.
accounting and finance services. I've increased it already.
Okay.
Sorry, I've increased it. Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
please go ahead. Please go ahead.
All right. Okay. So, like I said, we render accounting and finance services, and we have been doing that for the past close to 10 years right now. I've been doing it. Then we render all forms of, personally, my focus mainly is actually on small and medium scale businesses, and we have been supporting businesses for quite some time over the years. We render monthly management accounts to clients, monthly management account. Then we help with tax advisory, then audits. We also do financial projections and budgeting. These are services then for already existing businesses that are stabilized over time. At some point, maybe they need other services like valuing their business. We also help with that. I want to share I want to share my screen with you. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, Afolabi.
Hello?
And your screen is loading. We can hear you. Your screen is loading.
Hello?
Afolabi, can you hear us? I can hear you. Hello?
Please, can you see my screen? Can you see it?
Your screen is not fully loaded. Okay, your screen is up now.
Okay. So, like I said,
Hello? Hello? Hi, Afolabi. I think the network is really stable or very unstable at his end. He's dropped off again. We'll just give him some minutes to connect or to complete his presentation, and we take few questions. Okay, Afolabi is not. I think we should just give him like a minute or two for him to reconnect, so he can wrap up with his presentation. I will take few questions. Hi, Afolabi, welcome back. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, we have about 10 minutes for you to wrap up with your presentation. I will take few questions.
All right. Okay, like I was saying, yeah, for the
Hi, Afolabi, if you can hear me, we are actually struggling to hear you. We can't hear you at all.
internal report for decision making purposes. So what
Um, it seems Afolabi is finding it a bit difficult to connect, to join to us so he can complete his presentation. But I think we might have to push this session forward, maybe have it rescheduled so we can allow people to get back to some other activities for the day. So we would like to call it an evening at this point in time, and do enjoy the rest of your day and your evening, and all the best on your assignment as you continue to build your businesses. I don't know if CFA has a word before we close down for the day. If not, we'll call it an evening. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Before you step out, I have the contact for Jefferson in the chat box. Feel free to get their email addresses and phone number, just in case you might need to reach them anytime soon. Thank you everyone for joining the call, and have a great evening.
Have a good evening.